And this year has been a tremendous one. It has really had its ups and downs, but mostly its downs. This year, 2020, has been difficult for all of us, for the entire collective, and it has been unexpected. A lot of surprises have come to face us, and we have had no choice but to jump over those hurdles and keep pushing past those challenges. 2020 has been the awakening of the collective, of each individual in this world, and has truly seen reality for what it is. I am going to present to you my personal thoughts and expertise on what just happened. This year, 2020, is not over yet, but it's about to thrust us into a new beginning. 2021 is the rebirth of this entire world, of us as a collective and as individuals. Join me for this special presentation. I am going to be laying out everything so that you can truly understand the bigger picture, so that you can understand the blueprint from what happened in the past, what you can do in this present moment, and what you can expect for your future if you take action now. The time is now. This is a special presentation provided by my Lightworker University. Take a look at this year's Lightworker University special motivational speeches 3-day event. It was all about awakening this equality among us all, this hope for our future, and this unconditional love among the entire world. And that is the secret and the 3 keys to beginning this new rebirth. Come about this new year. Join me. I expect to see you there. Namaste. Hello my soul family, welcome to this year's Lightworker University presentation for 2020 to 2021, the awakening and the rebirth. This is a special presentation that I do every year, and this is the first year that I do this. And what this is going to be about is basically we're going to recap a little bit of what happened in 2020, what the awakening was about, and we're going to move into 2021 what we can expect. We're going to get spiritual guidance because this year 2021 is the rebirth. It's an intense year, and I am here to help guide you to make it smooth. A transition that is necessary but can also be gracefully done. And I also want to mention that I have a 2021 Gratitude and Spiritual Guidance Journal now available for purchase on Amazon. This is a journal that you can use throughout the year, day by day, that's going to help you to stay grateful in the process, see the bigger picture, and help you to also keep in mind of your spiritual goals that are going to help you on this evolution of your soul journey. So as a soul coach, I really recommend that you get that journal right away and start it. So let's begin then with recapping what happened this year 2020. I know this year has been very difficult for all of us. It's been a struggle. It's been real. But it has come with some valuable lessons that have been, believe it or not, necessary. And this awakening, let's talk about what the awakening is, because the awakening is basically that first step in the spiritual journey that wakes us up to this whole other reality, possibility, and even perspective. So it's about changing the story, right, of what's happened before the awakening. Because before our awakening of being on the spiritual journey, we have all been living our life normally, okay, very ordinary, believing that this is all there is to life, being hyperly focused on even superficial goals in life, and not really seeing the true purpose, and maybe not even knowing what our true purpose is. Now, of course, this doesn't apply to everybody, but if you have been unawakened, it will apply. And this year has been like a massive awakening, because there has been people awakening in many different years way before 2020. But 2020 has been the peak of the year of many centuries, and has been culminated to this point of 2020, where it has even been prophesized that many people were going to awaken, because this is kind of like the culmination of new earth that, you know, we've all heard about. But this new earth is coming to a point where, you know, kind of like enough is enough. I've been feeling this energy like enough is enough. The time is now, no more waiting. So it's been kind of like an abrupt awakening for many people that's taken many people by surprise. And many people have even been resistant, but this is very normal when one awakens. This is one of the first symptoms even of awakening. There's a lot of recognition and awareness of what needs to change, but there still is some resistance. This is how you know that you're still in this first phase. If you're still resistant to some changes, that you know you're being divinely guided to go the other way, to make new adjustments in your life. And once you are able to accept these changes and basically be willing to actually take those steps and take action, then is when we move into the rebirth, which is what this year is about. But the reason why I'm talking about the resistance is because not everybody is going to even make it to the next step. A lot of people stay in the awakening stage, and a lot of people live their life awakened but not transcending human distortions, which is a very sad story, because this is basically the stagnation that people experience, repeating karmic cycles over and over, and hence not really progressing on their soul journey. So their life is a waste per se, because they're not really growing spiritually. So my purpose as a soul coach, and again, my name is Christie Ramirez, and I have a lot of extensive background in psychology before I began my business as a soul coach. And I've seen this even in clients in the psychology field way too many times, that it was just overwhelming with how much resistance and even stubbornness there is among people who seek the help, but even then are not willing to put in the work. So what I'm trying to say is here that the spiritual journey is not only about even taking the action steps per se, the beginning steps, right? It's like kind of like making your New Year resolutions and then following through on the first 2 months, and then the next 9 months out of the year, you're back at square one, regressing as to who you were the old self. And this brings stagnation, and it blocks people from actually experiencing their best abundant life. And so the point of the story is that this spiritual journey, once you awaken, and in order to truly experience this rebirth that we're stepping into 2021, there are certain qualities that need to be put into play. First of all, there's discipline. This is about spiritual discipline, doing the things that we know we need to do, whether or not we want to, whether or not we like it to in the moment or even feel it. Because I promise you that when you do the things, this is about morally being correct, staying in our integrity, and above all, staying true to ourselves, right? Living in authenticity. But living in authenticity, believe it or not, is not only living according to our true needs and our higher self's desires, but it's also living according to God's will, because we are one with God. So that is our true authenticity. So you see the deeper meaning behind this saying. Living in authenticity also means living true to God. And this is where a lot of people fall off the boat and fail on their goals and in their progression on their soul evolution, because a lot of spiritual discipline is needed. And yes, sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's a struggle, sometimes it's challenging, but this is why I'm here, right? To keep inspiring you on a daily basis. This is what all my membership programs are about. The 2021 journal that I just created for all of you is to help you to stay daily spiritually aligned, because this is what this year is going to require the most out of all of us in different ways, because we're all being called to do something different. But yet, all of our differences and all of our unique talents and roles come together for this big divine grand plan. And this is about seeing the bigger picture and making that our hyper focus, making that our vision board, right? Because our vision board that we created in my office holiday party as part of my spiritual counseling TV network, that's to keep us daily motivated. It's our deep why, reminding us why we started in the first place, why we're here, first of all, incarnated. And when we actually decide to embark on our mission and experience this rebirth, which is what this year is about, 2021, the rebuilding of our life and even of ourselves, then this requires remembering why we're doing it in the first place, right? Because if you want to experience the most discipline and the most devotion and commitment to any sort of goal, then you really need to be intrinsically motivated. And part of the spiritual journey is finding a reason as to why you are motivated. And the reason, let me tell you, is because it's bigger than just you. This is more than just you. And this is what we are reminded of and also becoming aware as we transition into this rebirth, into this new self. And this is what my program, A New You, my 10-week soul coaching program, is also about. I highly recommend it, along with the journal, to have it as your tools and resources for this new year, because you are going to need it, I promise you. And as we go deep month by month in this overview for 2021 today, you're going to see why. Because there are going to be some turbulent moments, as always, as there was this year, but they're not going to be unconquerable. So what this means is that we are able to conquer any obstacle standing in our way, any hurdles. And this is by focusing on our inner healing work and detaching from the external. And this requires also a lot of self-control, which is another quality that is required for this rebirth. A lot of self-control to be able to resist our own resistancy, to be able to resist our own negative self-talk, our own doubts and insecurities, and be able to empower ourselves to do it. Have confidence in our abilities and believe that we are deserving of a worthy, abundant life, because we are children of God. And when you do good, you receive good. So this brings me to the quality number 3 for today, is patience, which ties in together with self-control. But it's a little different, because this is about also enjoying the journey in the meantime. And this is what this journal is also for. It's to help to remind you to enjoy the day-to-day, because these are the memories that we create along our journey, and these are not to be discarded. So check out all of my resources this year, my spirituality retreat in my Body, Mind, and Spirit Health and Wellness website, because I give you a nice exercise that you can start this new year. And all my resources on that page as well, that are going to help you with their health and wellness goals this year, which are going to help us on our soul journey. And as a result, every other area in our life, our family relationships, our love and romantic relationships, our friendships, our career, everything, our personal growth. So you really need to make use of everything. My School of Light, to learn more about the spiritual journey. These ancient wisdom tools that are going to help you to transcend all human distortions that keep us down and keep us tied and bound to things that are not serving us, so that we can ascend higher. And of course, my Spiritual Counseling TV network, which is a daily and weekly thing that is going to help you to truly evolve. And this is what this year is calling all of us to do, is to step in as our light worker and shine this light bright, because the world needs us now more than ever. So if you're listening to this today, this message is for you. And I promise you that if you heed the advice from today, your life is going to flow so much more graceful. And this year, despite whatever happens in the outside world, you're going to be safe. And you're going to be immune to whatever energies happen to be around us. Because this is the time to take your power back and truly empower ourselves as individuals and divine beings of God. And knowing our worth, that we are light workers put on this planet for a specific mission. And we are to get to work, so we need to be disciplined and diligent and devoted wholeheartedly to our mission. There's no more waiting, there's no more delaying, there's no more procrastinating. So let go of any resistancy, any laziness, and any ego that might be holding you back. Let go of all pride, because this is the death of the ego, which eventually brings you into the rebirth. That's a must for that to happen. And that's where A Course in Miracles ties in, which is a series in my spiritual book club as part of my School of Light membership. You definitely want to be part of my school this new year. All ages are allowed, children, young adults, elders, everybody. This journey, this awakening has no age limits and has no time limits as well. This is all according to divine timing, divine order, and divine plan. So the message today is, please invest more of your energy, your time, and even your money on actual things that are going to benefit you. Don't waste your energy, your life chi, on watching news all day that's going to drain you of your true vibration. Don't waste your energy in relationships that are lowering your vibration. And don't just waste away your life staying stuck in a reality that you know is not the best. This is the moment to now take these steps to live your best life ever, because this is coming for us in the future. And might I add, in the very near future. And this year, 2021, is literally the transition. This is the rebirth. We're still transitioning. Because if I give you a little sneak peek of next year's presentation, the year 2022 is going to be the actual metamorphosis. This is when we're going to start evolving into our truest potential. But obviously 2021 first needs to take place. And in this rebirth, this is all about the transition, the last minute healing work. And if you haven't done any healing work, then the majority of your healing work needs to be done this year, if you want to basically catch up to the rest. And this is not about comparing yourself to others on their journey, but you definitely don't want to be left behind. You don't want the train to leave without you. You don't want the ship to leave without you. You want to be on that ship, because this is the ship of sanctuary. This is the Noah's Ark that we are all being called forth on, but you need to do the work. In order to enter this gateway and this portal, there needs to be certain requirements. It's like Judgment Day. Are you truly ready? Are you truly deserving to be sitting next to God in the kingdom of heaven? And take this metaphorically, of course. Don't get triggered, because that's not the point of today's presentation. This is about staying humble. We need to be humble before the divine, because if that did trigger you, might I add, that was your ego. That wasn't truly your higher self. And we need to let go of all of that. We need to live in a life where nothing triggers us, because that's truly when we are evolved and we take guidance from God. We remain teachable and open-minded. So this requires that we open our heart, we open our mind, and we let go of judgment towards others, towards self, and we live in more compassion, empathy, and unconditional love. Because this is the way that we're going to be saved as a soul. And we want to be there. We want to be the chosen ones. Remember that we are all chosen ones. But it's only those that choose to take that role and actually make something out of it that become the light. So let's begin then with the 2021 guidance. Month by month, we are going to go delve deep into. So if you want access to this video, of course, purchase it on my website, ChristieRamirez.com at Lightworker University. Let's get started. Namaste. Okay everyone, welcome to today's presentation. Let's get deep into the 2021 guidance month by month. Okay, so let's start with the month of January. I'm going to be using my tarot cards today. This is the Classic Tarot, and I know that we're a little bit midway January, but there was a reason why I was delayed on doing this presentation, because I was doing the journal and I was doing some, connecting with the energies for this year. So I have an idea of what January is about. January is the reset. It's the month where we're being guided to recharge, truly take control of our health and wellness, and putting these new healthy habits into play. Because remember that January does really set the stage for the rest of the year. And this is a month where you are allowed to take a break from your regular day-to-day, because I know a lot of us, of course, are coming off the holidays and it's still winter season. So this is all about hibernation. gathering our energy for these coming months. Any new tools that you need, like gathering, your journal, preparing these new healthy habits, like I said, daily gratitude journal, taking a daily look at my daily morning spiritual guidance, daily meditation and prayer, daily movement, exercise, yoga, all of these things that need to take place, if that's not already part of your lifestyle, is going to make a difference this new year and making this rebirth of a transition easier on you. Wow, so this month we got the card of the Ten of Pentacles, which of course this is what we're all dreaming about. And we're all dreaming about a happy family. And this is also, an old man, an ancestor guiding us. This is about bringing in the love as well, the spiritual love that we're trying to attract. And I feel like where this is getting, the love show just premiered for this year. And this is a new show that's going to be premiering for free on my YouTube channel for the collective. Because this year, the huge theme of love is definitely on the height. Because love is rising. True spiritual love is on the rise. And we're preparing for this in this transition by taking care of our health, by bringing in more self-love. The masculine and the feminine will come together, and also within ourselves, right? This is like twins-like energy, because if you see in this card, these two dogs at the bottom are both white dogs, the very same. So they're both like little angelic beings sent to this planet for a mission. So this is also the awakening of the spiritual love that happened in 2020. But in this year, 2021, is the rebirth, meaning that they might even start to get to know each other, build new foundations that involve love. So if love, like I said in the love show, if love hasn't been a priority in your life, this is the month where you're being guided to shift around your schedule, your daily routine, and your whole life in general, to make life a priority, love a priority, right, in your life. Because if it's not, then you're missing out. And that's one of the major, one of the major reasons why we are even here, is to experience love, experience life. It's not just about mission work as well. It is, because spiritual love comes together to do the mission work, but it is also to experience the beautiful love, because this love is what heals the collective and is what actually helps us to do our mission with more passion. And of course, the number 10 of Pentacles, this is the rebirth, the start of a new cycle, even when it comes to financial foundations. So when it comes to money, when it comes to even the economy, things are being rebuilt. The way things are done, the way we make money, and following more of our passion in order to make money, rather than just seeking jobs that will give us money. Now it's something about true and even spiritually based. So that's a profound message for January. And this is the weighing out, of course, more balance needed. You see, I see a little balance scale. Balance needed between work and play, our inner masculine and feminine, even the subconscious and the conscious coming to light, helping us to heal any deep wounds that might be affecting our ability to attract true love. Because this is about returning to innocence, you see. And we only do this by returning to this youthful vitality energy, which is through our health and wellness, healthy practices. So let's get an extra guidance as to what can help us reach this state of the Ten of Pentacles that we are all seeking. And we have the Five of Wands. And this is about hard work. It's also about collaboration and teamwork, right? I see a lot of teamwork, but number 5 in numerology is about change. So it's definitely about implementing these change and start building. This is what the guidance is, as well as what's on the bottom, which is purification, the star card. And this is exactly what I even channeled in my journal. This is the purification month, and the month to start building new foundations, new ways of doing things, new ways of communication. New ways of even stepping into our leadership as a light worker. This is about empowerment. You see, I see a lot of yellow. And as we empower ourselves, then we can just do these changes, you see, because we know that we're capable and we're no longer afraid of what it might require. Because believe it or not, that's what holds a lot of people back. And this is also about opening up our heart. Definitely opening up our heart to be able to receive this love, to receive this guidance, like I said, staying open-minded, and allowing God to purify us back to health and wellness. Perfect. That is the guidance all for January. Let's jump into February.